Hello and welcome back to my channel, Cards by Melissa Minor. You can see on my desk in front of me, I have a bunch of leftover scraps, and today I'm going to be creating a one-page layout with you, and I'm going to be using a sketch from the Make It From Your Heart Volume 6 sketchbook. I really like this sketchbook, and I'm going to be starting with this sketch here. It is the first sketch in the book, and it is the pattern 1. And let me bring this over. You can kind of see it has the complete recipe guide for all your cutting directions and then how you're going to put the layout together. So I'm going to take this out of the book. It doesn't come with the book. I have this in a 6x8 or 6x9 album here that you can purchase separately, and so that just stores that in there nicely. But I'm going to go ahead and be using this sketch here, and I'm going to put a layout together. So I'm just going to set that off to the side so we have that as a reference. And I have a couple different collections on my desk in front of me. So you can see here I have a couple pages left. I've already used these collections and created some other layouts here on my channel. But these two papers here, these were from the Cozy Up collection. I really liked these pumpkins, and it has these fall words. And then I've got a couple scraps left here. These were from the Gnomes for Autumn collection, and I really think that these colors just played nicely together. And then I've got some scraps of cardstock. I've got the espresso, I have shortbread, and then I also have this beautiful pumpkin color. So let me bring in the picture. So this layout design has room for a 4x4 photo. So here's the photo that I'm going to be scrapbooking today, and this is a picture of my boyfriend Dale and I. We went to a pumpkin patch just a few weekends ago, and we picked out our first pumpkin together as a couple, and I thought that was just so exciting, and I really wanted to document that. And I love this photo. I love the rich colors of the sky. The sky was just gorgeous that day, the real fluffy clouds, and I like this. I don't know what you call that. Maybe, is that called a pumpkin wall? I just think these pumpkin patches, they have really great photo opportunities, and so I liked this photo. So this is the photo that I want to document. So let me clean this up here. You can see from the sketch, it's a bunch of 3x3 squares, and so if I look at the sketch, let me bring it up closer. It looks like I have a pattern. There's 3 of them of my favorite pattern, or there's 3 of a pattern, and I think my favorite is going to be the pumpkins. After all, we are scrapbooking pumpkins, so I want to choose 3 of that one. And then there's 2 of this darker pattern, and then there's 2 of this pattern and 2 of this pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these patterns up, and I'm going to be right back. So I do want to build this base, the base of my layout today, on a 12x12 sheet of shortbread. And then my layering piece, I want to bring in a sheet of that pumpkin. And then I'm going to start bringing in my squares. So in looking at the sketch, I know that I want my pumpkins up here, and then I want my pumpkins over here, and let's see, I also want some more pumpkins down in the center. And then my other patterns, I think I'm going to put this green one up here. And following along with the pattern, I've got 2 here, so I've got here. And then for the one that they have the daisies, I'm gonna use the striped pattern. And then now they have plain cardstock, so I'm gonna use, not cardstock, but I'm gonna use the paper. I have this one, it has a little nick in the side of it, but I'm gonna cover that up, so that's okay. And I think I want to use that pattern paper. So I really think I want to do something like this. And to just bring in a little more texture, I believe I want to use some Acorn ink. So I am going to get out my Acorn ink here, and I'm just going to take my foam dauber, and I'm just going to add a little bit of ink around the edges of all of these pieces. So to do so, just going to lightly dip the dauber in the ink and go around all the edges. And you can see that that just gives it a nice contrast. So I'm going to go ahead and get these all inked up off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, oh my goodness, I love the way this looks with the ink distressed edges. I have everything glued down, and so now I just want to bring in my picture. I do have the espresso, and I think I want to use the dark side. So let me put some adhesive on my picture here and mat this. So I have my picture as a 4x4. Oops, I didn't get that quite lined up. So let me try that again. There we go. And so I know I want my picture kind of about like right there. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. And then I'm going to bring in the sticker sheet to really just start the embellishments. So let's bring in the sticker sheets, and I'm going to bring in both the Cozy Up and also the Gnomes for Autumn. So if you have these in your stash, first I'm going to bring in the Gnomes for Autumn, and I have quite a few stickers left. I think I'm going to use this one for the title, so let's try that out. This is going to be perfect for a title. Leaves are falling and autumn is calling. I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. A lot of times I take the stick off the stickers just so I can like place it on there. So this one isn't very sticky. I've already kind of played with that and tried that on other layouts, and it didn't work on other layouts, but I think it's going to be perfect on this one. Oh my goodness, I love that. And then I like this little Hello Pumpkin sticker. And I think I just want to stick that maybe off to the side of this Hello Pumpkin. That's cute. And now let me take a look at the sticker sheet from the Cozy Up. Now on the Cozy Up, there's quite a few pumpkins. I have this pumpkin and this pumpkin, and I like these leaves. So I'm going to grab a few of these leaves. And let me try some of these stickers. There's another pumpkin. I'm not sure about that red color, but let me try these. So I think maybe this bright kind of whitish, yellowish color pumpkin down here would make a nice little embellishment cluster. And I'm going to move it up a little bit, overlapping my photo. And I like the way that looks. So I'm going to go ahead and just commit to that and go ahead and glue that down. And then I'm going to grab a little bit of foam tape, and I'm going to put a little bit of foam tape behind this pumpkin here. I love the close to my heart foam tape. I have found that with other brands, it's really hard to peel with my nails, but the Close to My Heart brand, look at that. It just peels right up. So I love that. Okay, and so I don't really want to cover his shoes, just kind of want to overlapping there. So I really like that. And you can see kind of in the photo how they have it overlapping the photo, so I'm mimicking that. They have their title here. I have my title up here as well. And then I want to bring in some leaves. And so I was thinking kind of this espresso colored leaf here. And maybe this green one sort of in the middle. And then I've got these two colors. This is bringing in that shortbread color. And so we can make a little cluster up here, kind of like they've done here with the butterflies. And then I've got that more pumpkin color. So I'm using the same colors that I have on my layout. And yeah, I like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit more adhesive on these and go ahead and get these glued down. And I like that I'm using the stickers that were, you know, in my stash that I hadn't used on previous layouts, and I'm finally able to get some use out of these, so they're not going to waste. And then, let's see, I have these dots, and this is from the Cozy Up collection, and what I really like about these dots is they have this glitter. I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but they have this little glitter element to them. And so I want to repeat, and you can see here in the example, let me hold this up. You can see I'm just really following the sketch almost exactly. And actually I might even want to bring in another leaf down here. Let's see on the sticker sheet if we have another leaf. So I'm going to bring in one more leaf. Perfect. And I'm going to put one leaf kind of just down here floating. Oh, I love that. Okay, so now I can really bring in some of these dots, and I'm just going to play around and mix and match these colors. I like the hearts, but I also just like the dots. I like the more pumpkin-y color, and I also like the gold. I think I want to use some of the gold. So I'm going to do a larger one and then a smaller one. I don't have a lot of gold, so I know I'm not going to be able to put gold all the way around. And so, but I can add this. I can add these. So I'm going to add a little heart over here. So this little cluster, oops, it's sticking to my finger. And these you're not going to be able to see all that well. I'm going to add, and then maybe just a little bitty, oops, I didn't mean to get two there. Let's see if I can get that off. It's always when you're on camera that stuff like that happens. I'm going to put a third one over here. And then down here, I'm going to add a heart. And where did these go? Let's see. And then maybe just a little smaller one. And I'm going to do 4 over here. And then down here, I am going to add a couple more. Let's see if I have any more hearts. I do. I'm going to add a heart and a little, I don't have a tiny one. And then maybe a little, let's see, what else do we have here? I like the 3, so I think I'll add a third over there. There we go. So that is it. You can see here, I haven't done any fancy stamping. I've really only done the ink blending, and I've used my scraps, and you can see I have a nice pretty layout, and I've used what I had in my stash, and I love the way this turned out. If you've liked this video, please go ahead and hit that like button, hit that thumbs up button, and leave me a comment. I do want to mention that I'm not going to go into a lot of details, but I do want to mention that the links in my previous videos may no longer be working. I have decided to resign as a maker from Close to My Heart, and I am now just a VIP customer, and so I'm not going to go into all the details with that. But I'm still going to be creating. I have lots of fun content coming up for you in the coming days and months and weeks. I'm excited about what's to come, but I did want to address that my links will no longer be working. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for all of you that have purchased from my links in the past. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.